Okay, let's see how this is going. How's everything's happening? Hold on, sorry, I'm confused. Okay, all right, everybody, calm the F train down. I need to get the pings out, and then I will pay better attention to everybody else. But for this exact moment, I am copy pasting things, and we're 10 minutes early. So technically, I didn't have to hit the go live button, and you're all gonna be fine. Hey, you're gonna be fine. Listen to me. You're gonna be fine. Okay, all right. Good talk, everybody. Good talk. I can't see chat right now, so I'm sure you are all vibing. I'm sure you are all very happy that I am doing this Mr. Rogers ass talk. Okay. All right, cool. So we're here. Where's it? What's happening? How's everybody? Boy. Kiara's here. It's an undivided tournament only. So I imagine Kiara will be winning. Cyrus, that is true. That is true. I didn't realize it was at 2 p.m. Most tournaments around the European time zone for me are at noon. So that's what I told you. So you can stream up my game. Yes, Kiara. Yes, brilliant. Perfect. Perfect in every way. So, left screen for the bracket. It's a quick little tournament. We have 3 best of 3s today. It looks like this is domination mode. Oh, I didn't know it was domination mode. Alright, regardless. This is hosted by Hammond. It is Daniel versus Daniel, because that's what you call the campaign Demons of Chaos Lord that you can customize yourself. So they're bringing some players who made Daniels in campaign, and then you have them fight each other all epic monster style and see who is the best undivided Chaos Lord. But I have not played that campaign. You can see I'm signed up here. I haven't played as much Warhammer 3 campaign as I would like, but I've played Kislev a couple times. Various patches making it unstable. I've played Cathay a couple times. A couple patches making it unstable. And those are really my favorite factions. I also tried the Ogres a little bit. So I kind of signed up just because he wanted players, but I don't really have a Daniel in the race. So the Llama 13k I actually wanted to play, and he, I think, has a Daniel. So he's taking my place in the thing. He just missed the check-in by a little bit, so he can have my place. No problem. All right. So first up is going to be Kiara versus Llama, I think, if everything looks okay. You think it's hybrid? I see it is hybrid. Interesting. It's hybrid, but then you have the 24,000 funds. Okay. Cool. I only have one decent Daniel. You're going to be fine. Where does it say hybrid? Where is it? Ah, rules hybrid mode. There it is. There it is. All right, so we'll go find Kiara and Llama. I don't know if they have a lobby up yet. I'll message him. I will message them. Human is not hummus. Okay. All right. Hammond's already handling that. Okay. Sorry, there is confusion. There is many confuse. Looks like Kiara's getting a lobby now. Did you have a knees day? Technically! Yes. And Hammond, I know. I know. I was actually just about to talk about that, but it says rules hybrid mode. There it is. It's been a day. It's been a day. Grace and I woke up, walked the pup after breakfast because it was a nice day out, and then we went plant shopping for some summer crops because Minnesota has had kind of a bitch of a spring that barely existed. And that makes me sad. So as soon as it got nice enough, we need to get on it. We need to get those plants going. We got to get them rolling. Otherwise, we're never gonna get a crop before it gets cold for winter again. So we went out and we ran into her parents at the plant store, and that was nice. But you know, you stop and talk to people, and you have a grand old time. And they're lovely, lovely people. But we were a little slower than we'd like to be. So we got home and we had to plant them all real quick. So there was lots of running around and planting stuff. So I was like literally doing gardening things until about 1:45, which is 15 minutes before the hour. So basically 25 minutes ago, I got inside, pounded out some lunch, got the stream set up because Hammond sent me this lovely graphic so I didn't have to do that. So I got the stream set up, hopped in the shower, got all the dirt off my little body, and then I'm here. So it's been a lot. All right, it's been a lot. It's been stressful. I'm scared. I'm alarmed, but I'm here. Check in. Okay. Llama's typing to Hammond right now instead of getting his butt in here. I yelled at him. I'm sure he's gonna love that. All right, so we have Undivided's biggest fan, their progenitor for competitive play. We have Kiara, and on the other side, we will have Llama, 13KK. I think there's 2Ks, but I'll go check in 1 second as soon as I get the spacing right. Hey, there it is. You just popped in. I can see it. Yeah, best of 3 hybrid mode. If you don't know what hybrid mode is, it's a domination map where you can take the control points, but you can't summon any reinforcements. So if there's a lot of kiting, if there's spell kiting, if you just want to run around and use blue fires of Zinj forever, or whatnot, that's perfectly within the rules. There's no rules about attacking. There's no rules in general except for unit caps are on. Yes, Hammond, I know. I know after the delay you're going to yell at me, but I'll get there. So I'm just talking about hybrid mode. So there's no attacking rules or anything. It's like if you want to be slow, your opponent could take the points and win the game that way. Now, for this, there is a couple extra little smidgens of rules for you have to pick Demons of Chaos. You bring either your Daniel from campaign with no heroes, or you take a Daniel that is in the Demons of Chaos menu, and then you can take 2 heroes. And all your troops have to be mono god, which I thought was interesting, but we'll see what god people end up taking. So it's like if you take Plague Bearers, you can only take Nurgle units at that point. You can't take like Plague Bearers plus Bloodletters plus Blue Horrors plus that. So that'll be interesting. You would have to ask Hammond, who's in the chat, what the reasoning behind that was. I think he was saying that Rinless and Spartan, they were talking about balancing, and there was something about the balancing they were worried about. I have not delved too deeply into the balancing of the Demons of Chaos. Sorry. Kiara's just having a problem. All right. Okay, sorry. I was answering some stuff. Oh boy. Reading roses for scrubs. Exactly, Zep. Exactly. What's this? Legions of Chaos? Yeah, I said it. Is it Legions of Chaos? I think it's Demons of Chaos, Chase Rainbows. I think you're incorrect. Also, I just went through the whole spiel. Basically, you can load in a campaign lord and use them to battle other people's campaign lords and try to prove who's the best. Right? Right. Right? Right. Okay, I'm all caught up. Noon Pacific time, 7 p.m. GMT. Interesting. All right. Kiara has their army set. Why are some people's Daniels more expensive than other people's Daniels? I didn't know that it actually increased in cost if you loaded them in with some stuff. I thought everybody's would load in at the same cost. That's interesting. Because Llama's Daniel costs 3,750, while Kiara's costs 3,300. Why is that so much more expensive? Kiara's has better stats, too. Why is it so expensive? That's silly. Oh, I can't hover over... I can't go look at all of his abilities because the thing is being stupid. Like, if I hover over him... I can move the blocker a little bit so you can see that. Oh, no. There we go. There. If I move my mouse over here, I can see it. But then if I try to go down there, it disappears. And there, Daniel is not in the list of lords. So it's not like I can just click on this one and go hover the stuff I want to do. Because if I hover hers, it's impossible. Silly Warhammer menu. Being silly and dumb. Yeah. Sorry. Riding the Struggy bus a little bit. So, Hammond, are you still in the chat? I hope you're still in the chat. Yeah, I think it seems a chaos. But if they were never a thing, the world would be a better place. Why would that be? That's fat fuck, he's special. Like, I'm so confused, though. I guess it's abilities, not stats. But, like, stats-wise, Kiara's Kill, Maim, Pain Axe, stats-wise, is better than Uwu. Yes, that's his name. And that's why I'm confused. Anyway, Hammond, are the funds supposed to be 24,800 for the main army and the reinforcing army? Or is it supposed to be 24,800 split in half? Okay, it sounds like this is intentional. So we have gigantic ass armies. Just making sure I understand that. Interesting. All right, so you wanted 24,000 funds on both the main and reinforcing army, though you can't summon anything in the reinforcing army. But I think that was part of the confusion. Is so the main army is supposed to be freaking huge. Okay. Wait, what am I looking at? That's a floor. Somebody sent me a picture of a floor. Okay. Well, this is going to be big. Unit caps are not on. Are unit caps supposed to be on? But no, Zep, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to say is right now how this is set up, and Hammond said it's correct that way. Look at, you can spend way more money than 12. What it sounds like he wanted is for each, the main army to have 24,000 funds, and then the reinforcing army to also have 24,000 funds, but you don't use the reinforcing army because it's hyper mode. So your top army is twice as expensive as normal. Is what it looks like. Because you can see at the top there, you'd say 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. Well, 1,900 is pretty much 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,200, 1,200, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800. So, yeah, this is a pretty huge army. Also, unit caps are not on. Are they supposed to be on? Yes, Zep, that's what I thought too, but apparently that's not what's happening. Because, well, in the challenge, it said the lobby should have the funds be 24,800, but the funds here are 49,600, and unicaps should be on, but they're not on. But I don't know, because in DMs, Hammond's telling me that it's supposed to be 24,800 funds per army, so I'm confused. I'm confused, and I'm scared. What up, Matthew Coffin? No unit caps? What do you mean no unit caps? In the challenge it says unit caps. And also, Cyrus, you said you asked him about it? Well, I asked about it, and in DMs he said that they're supposed to have the 24,000. It's not supposed to be on. Unit caps are not supposed to be on, and we're supposed to have 24,000 funds. Okay, the challenge says the exact opposite, but whatever. You might want to revise that. I'm getting a different message from the tournament host and from the challenge and from Cyrus. I'm just getting fucking trolled. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Hammond didn't realize that the money was going to be split between the two armies. Like, when you set the funds to 24,800, that it would be 12,400 in two different armies rather than 24,801, 24,801 either. So it is supposed to be gigantic. Which, we are going to have a shitload of single entities with unit caps off. I saw at least 2 or 3 Bloodthirsters, and I saw at least 2 or 3 Exalted Great Unclean, well, Great Unclean ones. Well, Cyrus, the shoe's on the other foot now. You were wrong. And by wrong, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't referee, but I know this is what we're doing now. Okay. We're loading in. I know Llama's computer can take a hot second sometimes. It says we wait for you, Human Boy, in game. Uh-huh. Alright. Well, I'm gonna climb a mountain. So... too bad. I'm going up as fast as I can, Captain. Didn't know it was going to put the cash money in the summon army. I see. Well, Cyrus, you have to take it up with him. All right, yelling at me is not gonna help. I don't know. Why are you yelling at me? We did it. That is a long way down. Where even is the battlefield, actually? Is it way over there? Hold on, I'm gonna jump. What do you mean I fucked up? What do you mean I fucked up? No, I didn't. Liar. I didn't fuck up shit. Yes. See, Cyrus? There. There. It's confirmed. You're a liar. Kiara, I don't know why it says me. I'm here. I'm chilling. I mean, you can see it. I don't know. Whenever I play with Llama, it usually takes a while to load, so I would just assume it's that, but we'll see. All right, get ready for another jump. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, overshot it. Overshot. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, fuck, shit, we missed. Oh, no. This is it. We're gonna die. Oh, my God. This is how it ends. This is how it ends. Blah. Is this heaven? Heaven looks different than I would have thought. It's kind of weird with the clouds underneath you. You thought you would be in them, not above them. Is that a hurricane? Oh my God, that's a hurricane. Well, this is my home now. I'm gonna head towards the light. I don't remember it taking this long, usually. Nope, okay. Alright, Llama's been dropped from the game. And now it says I'm waiting on Kiara. Not everything's my fault. Not everything's my fault. Your acting is so good, you might star in The Room. Yep, Kiara, I see that he left. There, it gave me a big old message. Though it sounds like his computer exploded by the message he typed. Yeah. Okay. Azrael of Astoria. We will wait for Llama to return. So, yeah, you can see this thing. So we have Killmain Pain Axe, we have Triple Bloodthirster, we have Double Soul Grinder, a shitload of Blood Letters and Exalted Blood Letters, and then Flesh Hounds. Yeah. That's that. Yeah. The other side, Nurgle, Llama's army, oh, I don't remember what it was offhand. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Llama's army was that. So we need 4 Great Unclean Ones. We need a Herald of Nurgle. We need Red Ulgar, Prince of Slaughter. And then a bunch of Plague Bears, some Nurglings, and 3 Plague Drones. Okay. It was Nurgle? Yeah, it was Nurgle. I just had to see what his army was, like, specifically. Because he has to take the same army. Where is Llama? Where is Llama? Alright, Llama's back. Okay, so he's going to take Red Alger. That is him. Plague Ridden. And then we need, what was it, 4 Grin and Clean ones? Yeah, 4 Grin and Clean ones. 3 of those Plague Drone Knight guys. And they're just the Plague Drones, they're not the Death's Heads, judging by the picture. And then a shit ton of Plague Bears of Nurgle. Ooh, they're Exalted Plague Bears, so they can have the grenades. That's sure brutal. And a Nurgling. At this point, you could just take the 1 Nurgling and then all the Plague Bears you can afford. Boom. Army set. There's no screen blocker because both parties should know what their build is by now. So if they stream snipe the build, it's too late to change anything. So here we are. Hammond is typing to me. What is it? Cover his army? No. No! Hammond, we should know what his army is. Because Kiara can't change theirs either. Silly person. Oh boy. It is going to be 6 SEMs versus 5 SEMs and a hero. And then a shit ton of Plague Bearers. And Bloodletters. My heart says that the Bloodletters would win, but for some reason I'm betting the Plague Bearers, especially with their grenades, will do a lot more work than you would think. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh, how else to fill the load screen time? I could start playing a Civilizations game, and then every time there's a load screen, we just go do a couple turns of Civilizations, and then we come back to this. That could be smart. Because there are, like, it used to be Void Lulls. Void Lulls was the OG for super long load times. Llama has some pretty intense ones. Llama took the same army? Yes, he did, and that is good. That was the point. Oh, what is this? Oh, look, a little river. With horrific water? Or is that ice? That's ice? Okay. That ice doesn't really look very good. It's weird. I feel like Warhammer 2 had better water and ice. Because it was during one of my campaign streams with Josh and Sarah. But there was a river that just looked horrible. Not all of them do. Some maps look very pretty, but there are some maps that just look fucking abysmal for some reason. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this. We looked at all the armies for a while, but in case you missed it, we do have Double Soul Grinder, Tripper Bloodthirster, and we have Kill Maim Pain Axe. Oh, I can actually finally see what his abilities are. Perfect Vigor. Gore Feast, so he regens when he's in melee. If he's ever wounded, he gets some buffs. He has a Mortis Engine effect when he's in melee. A constant melee damage reflection. A constant Mortis Engine, so he has 2 Mortis Engines. Unit is a Lord or Hero. Effect range 35 meters. So he gives like a buff to other Lords or Heroes if he's in melee for a long time. Okay. Then he has some Ward Save, he has some physical resist, and he has Terror. And then he's a Demon. 93 melee attack, magic damage, and fire. 78 melee defense. 750-ish weapon strength with bonus versus large. Versus Red Ulgor, he has a Hellblade. If he gets a whole bunch of kills, he gets some buffs, but I doubt that's going to happen. He does have regen while in melee combat. Fueled by Rage, if he ever gets injured, he'll start doing some stuff. This is Deathbringer and Demonic Onslaught. And 50-50 melee stats means Kiara's custom Daniel's going to run over this guy, but we'll have to see. 4 Great Unclean Ones. We have a Plague Ridden of Nurgle with some healing that can support Doofus Foofus here for a bit. Red Ulgar. I need to remember his name. Then we have some Plague Drones of Nurgle. Those will actually be kind of useful in the sky because you have to fight a bunch of Bloodthirsters, so you do need a bit of an air force, but I largely think the Corn Force is going to be fine in the air. They should trounce on all these nerds. I see. This guy's kind of got a cool little model. He's a little cartoonish for my taste. I'd like him to be a little darker coloration. What about Kill Maim? How much... I haven't played the Demons of Chaos campaign at all. How much can you customize, like Kill Maim, like visually? Can you change a lot of things about them? Can you change the colors or anything? Or is it just you put those parts on them that they advertise that give you some stat buffs? Or how does that work? I am curious. Bloodthirster's gonna dive down into melee. Okay. I think that's a bit of a mistake. I think Llama has to turn and throw his grenades at this Bloodthirster that's on the ground. So you need to punish that one for landing. Meanwhile, the others are chucking their grenades up into the sky, but flying units are very, very hard to hit with grenades, so they will just get away. And unfortunately, the Bloodthirster that landed was not punished for his transgressions. You can customize everything? Okay, so we could get some, like, purple, bright purple Bloodthirsters with green horns, but we don't. Okay. Alright, that's allowed. Bloodthirster charges down again, just trying to cycle charge the Great Unclean One. He falls flat on his face, and now the grenades need to turn and throw. Nope, they're all going to throw at Bloodthirsters. Also not a bad target. They just need Bloodletters, sorry. They do need to just throw at something. For Kiara's entire army, everything is a fucking blood blank except for the Soul Grinders and Kill Maim and the Flesh Hounds. But Bloodletters, Bloodthirsters, Bloodletters, Exalted Bloodletters, blood. Meanwhile, Kill Maim and another Bloodthirster are teaming up on Red Ulgar, Prince of Slaughter. He's doing his best. Stream of Corruption is going to come down, kill a crap ton of Bloodletters and Exalted Bloodletters. Meanwhile, Plague Bearers of Nurgle are suffering massive casualties. We are at about 5,000 damage value apiece, doing our best. And now Kill Maim Painax has been surrounded by Plague Drones, but it does have double Mortis Engine properties, so surrounding him with all these models is always going to be a good thing. Exalted Great Unclean Ones of Nurgle are stuck fighting a bunch of Bloodthirsters and Soul Grinders. It looks like they're not having a particularly great time. Another Stream of Corruption comes out, just going to ruin some of the Bloodletters a little bit. And Llama is falling slightly behind on the balance of power. I'm not sure... Hey, Rusty, how you doing? I'm not sure how the Demons of Chaos, like, army abilities work. I have no idea. Kill Maim is not having a great time fighting all of this nonsense. It looks like we have a Sword of Corn coming in, probably from Kiara, judging by its placement. Otherwise, that would be a really weird fucking thing to do for Llama to nuke down his own troops. So, that looks like it was there. Another Stream of Corruption going to do a little bit of poke damage. I haven't seen any crazy army abilities for Llama, so I'm not entirely sure what ones he got on the side there. One of your units has been destroyed. Don't tell me what to do. Plague Bears are not having a good time. Kiara is pulling slightly ahead on the damage balance of power. Kill Maim is still chilling, vibing, and surviving. Exalted, great. Well, wait. Great Unclean Ones are just wandering around killing Bloodletters, but a lot of Kiara's front line is fading. And there's a nice Stream of Corruption set up there. It does hit a lot of the Bloodletters and does okay. As for the Red Army, I guess they don't have a ton left either. The Plague Drones of Nurgle are crumbling away. And all of a sudden, Kiara takes a massive lead on the damage value balance of power. All these Bloodthirsters are going to run over to Red Ulgar and dumpster his ass. Alright, he's the big dead. Without him, I do think this army's going to crumble rather quickly. Plague Bears of Nurgle are dying, crumbling. Great Unclean Ones do not have the Mortis Engine effect, so they're not really going to help clean out all this stuff. And that's probably about it. This is just... Burp-a-derp-a-derp. Kiara has hit 20,000 gold damage value. And one last quick, overcasted stream of corruption is going to try and kill some of the bloodletters, but that's not going to do enough. Caster dies, rest of them are dying, and I really don't know what Llama's army abilities were. Didn't see too many of them cast, so I wonder if they were like more subtle ones. Because if he had a Sword of Corn right now, there's a target right there, right them there. Sword of Corn right in them there, blob there. But it does look like Kill Maim Slaughterhoof. Kill Maim Dingleberries is gonna go 1-0 here. Probably. Oh boy. Looks like we're not allowed to forfeit. Oh no. There is no possible way the red team wins this at this point. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There's no way you're winning this. Another stream of corruption. But it can't be overcasted because it's just bound to the Grin and Clean ones. We do have a bunch of disintegrating boys. That'll be the end of it. Since this is technically domination mode, because it's hybrid, but on the domination thing, I don't think the game's gonna end. I think we do have to concede eventually. Because, like, army losses isn't a thing.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Okay. So everything for Nurgle is off the field. So, okay. I was like, what is happening? Kill Maim got 5,000 value. Now remember, you have twice the funds, so that's like, if you cut it in half, it's like 3,000 value, which is still pretty good, but... Yeah. What's the deal with this turning? People pick a faction, but undivided. But divided only, so no mortal units. Kinda? I mean, Hammond's in the chat. You bring in a Daniel from campaign, one of the demons you make in campaign, and then you pick one faction, you can bring troops from it in the undivided roster. Yeah. Okay. So now I need another black air. I'll give Kiara their point. Boop. It does appear that the generic Daniels cannot stand up to the campaign Daniels. Shame I uninstalled Warhammer 3. Only play 2 now. Yeah. I had thought about making a Warhammer 2 ladder, but doesn't. What? I'm confused what Kiara's asking. Looks like Hammond's gonna have to deal with it. Alright. Back. It's best of 1? No, semis and finals are best of 3, and this is semis, so yes, you're best of 3. Anyway. Yeah, I had considered making a ladder for Warhammer 2 Rusty, but looking at the Warhammer 2 multiplayer, like, server, the server entirely for that, it feels a little dead. Feels like both games are kind of dead right now. Unless you have a group of people you're just playing with and you're like, hey, does anybody want to play a game? But it's not really good for, like, a ladder. And I talked to a lot of the newer players that entered with Warhammer 3. And I asked them what they wanted to do, and they were like, Warhammer 2's... The basic consensus was Warhammer 2 is a better game. But Warhammer 3, they're probably going to stick with it just until Immortal Empire shows up. So, it's tough. Coops, it's mostly blobs with lots of SEMs. Yes, sir. Chasing Rainbows, how am I doing? I'm good. I am tired. I ran around with the dog today and then did a lot of gardening stuff. And now I'm here hosting this. And as soon as this is done, I got to go to work. So, yeah, it's been a long week, a long weekend. Though I did take off the next week from work. So I'm going to be streaming a lot of that Command & Conquer stuff. Some more Hammer tournaments. Yeah, Warhammer tournaments, Command & Conquer stuff, and then there's supposedly a patch next week from CA, so we'll see if that's any good. Might have to do some Warhammer 3 things, but I don't know. I took some time off to get caught up, and I've been working too hard. And then I filled that up immediately, so now my time off is going to be just as busy as my time on. But oh well, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, since both players are making their armies, I technically can't talk about anything. But get ready. Get ready, you noobs. Damn, got you running ragged? Yeah. I do it to myself. We're kind of at a dead time in the game, so I'm not getting a lot of subs or like a lot of traction, but we've been making a lot of content, so hopefully the people that are sticking around like it. The Command & Conquer streams are mostly just for me, though. Like, YouTube chat voted on them, so hopefully they're enjoying them, but, you know, I'm just playing games I enjoy. What's the map supposed to be? The map is supposed to be Arnheim. Alright, Llama's rethinking his entire build. They just deleted their entire build. But it's okay because we have to change the map. Alright, map's changed. Llama's thinking over their entire army again. Stormrunner and Zep. Hopefully you two have a lobby and have your first picks ready to go or something. That'd be good. Okay, Llama's making the same build they just had. So it looks like they are going to stick with it, which is good. That's an interesting build. Yeah. Alright, I'm on board. Rusty, you knew a dog called Rusty? Rusty's a good dog name. Rusty's a good dog name. Yeah, Zep, if you guys could have a lobby and get your first pick set up by the end of this game, that'd be good. Because if Kiara wins, this is over, and if not, we'll just have a game 3. Just be like me and have nothing to do for the past 2 months because my supervisor won't respond. Dude, it's been wild. I've talked about it many times on the channel, so I won't gripe about it too much here, but it's really depressing the state Warhammer 3 viewership is in, just because we've been putting out some serious content, and the views are just down. The views have actually been creeping up on a lot of our stuff, which is good, but nowhere near as high as when Warhammer 3 launched. Like, there's a pretty huge spike and then a drop. He was such a vicious little shit. Just like the real Rusty. Anyway, we have Zinch versus Zinch. And one of the builds is literally just pink horrors. that was Llama's build, so I was kind of happy to see it. Just because it'll be interesting. Either they'll kill everything or they won't. Pink horrors, that's it. And Llama is actually taking their custom demon prints. So that'll be good. That will be good. Burp. Are you Rusty? Are you more docile? Rusty, we have a Warhammer... Well, we had a Warhammer 2 tournament last week. This next one isn't NA time because Dactor and Bobman yelled at me. So... You should try and see if you can spot the jokes you put in the tourney page. I saw the PSS. I saw the pint and I saw the mega pint. If you spawn that extra unit mid-game, redo the match with the same armies, no pick bans. Yeah, I saw the super duper absolute secret PSS. If you want one of my famous MS paintings, then optional. Winner, battle me 1v1 after the tournament. You can bring your Mega Pint Super Buff Daniel from campaign. I'm thinking I've caught all the jokes. I'm thinking. That's Captain Jack Sparrow, and he's a good boy. I did see it. I did. It was glorious. Alright, we've loaded up. So it's Killmame again versus Owu. Yes, that's his name. And Owu, yes, his name just has a shit ton of exalted pink horrors and pink horrors. That is the whole thing. And we have 2 Lords of Change. Yeah. Works for me. On the other side, we have actually a diversity of Tzeentch units a little bit. We have 2 Burning Chariots, I thought I remember seeing. Yep, 2 Burning Chariots, 5 Lords of Change. We have Killmame, Slaughterhoof, Beast Axe. We have a whole bunch of blue horrors, and in the back line it looks like we have pink horrors. Don't know if any of them are exalted. Oh, and we have 2 Flamers. Those Flamers are going to have a tough day. They're going to have a very tough day. And now I will watch from the forests as they do battle. Look at the little pink horrors with their little pink horror faces. I'm trying to remember my thoughts on Warhammer 3 before the game even came out, because I didn't have early access, so I was just raw dogging life. Khorne wasn't for me. Tzeentch wasn't for me. I thought Nurgle was going to be fun. And I thought Slaanesh was going to be strong, but not my thing. So of the 4 demon factions, I was only really excited for Nurgle. And I do kind of like Nurgle, but he's just extremely boring. I would say Tzeentch ended up actually being a little more of my jam. But maybe that's because they have the only heavy cav that actually feels like it's good. And I liked having heavy cav. And they have shooting, which is my playstyle. I mean, obviously that's of the demon factions. I like Cathay and I like Kislev are my top 2 in the game right now, just because I can actually fucking use units. And ogres are interesting. I like ogres, but I like all the parts of the ogres that are bad. I'm not very into their actually good units. I don't know. I keep trying to use Mournfang Cav and Crushers, and they always disappoint. Oh, and I never use the fucking Stonehorns. Those can eat my ass. I refuse. Even if they are free wins, I refuse. They're just annoying and stupid. Sort out like men, call each other names millions of miles apart from the safety of your keyboard. Chasing rainbows, that happens more than you think. A lot of shit talking over the interwebs. Look at this bird. Look at this bird peacefully flying. Oh, he's T-posing. He's T-posing on us. Never mind, he's moving again. to me, all the playstyles are really one-dimensional except Cathay. Yeah. I like Cathay. I think Kislev can be interesting if you don't just chariot spam, but now most tournament rules have actually taken care of that. Limiting chariots to 2, and then limiting, in land battles at least, limiting the abilities and spells to 1. So like, if you take double Patriarch, only 1 can have the healing aura, and that really reduces it down to 1 Patriarch, so that's kind of interesting and nice. Yeah, I don't think Kislev's in an OP place either. I think they're kind of interesting. But stalking hunters are so fun to use and play against. Yeah. Concept-wise, I like ogres. I like the thought of, like, bull rushing people, you know what I mean? Running them over using Mornfang Cav to slam through their front lines. A ton of ogres. That kind of stuff. But right now, the 2 good ways to play them is either kiting with your ridiculously fast single-entity artillery chariots, which were a wonderful idea. Thank you, CA, for making a fast chariot artillery. Very nice of you. Or you do the bum rush, but you use double Stonehorn, and it's very unfun and interactive for both players, and it's just dumb. So, I don't know. My ideal style of ogres is just not very good. Plus, as a demon faction, you can ally with the rats to set up an outpost. 4 rats per army is close to escaping as you can get now. Yeah. So I think the single entities for Kiara are going to win the game, probably. All these pink horrors might have a hard time actually shooting them. We'll have to see. I think the pink horrors will beat the ground force of Kiara pretty easily. I think the flamers are going to be next to useless versus all those pink horrors. I don't think the blue horrors are going to be very good versus all the pink horrors. The burning chariot of Tzeentch is not really good at clearing out infantry. So, besides the hero, I count these as heroes. Besides the like hero core, definitely favor Llama's army. But once you factor in the like 6 powerful single entities, I think it's gonna be pretty bad. Oh shit, do they have skirmish mode on? They might have skirmish mode on. Not sure, because they're all thinking about firing now. And swing and miss. Oh, burning chariots. Gonna burn some stuff. Got through the shields. That's nice. Alright, everybody's gonna fly away with their shields intact. Just glorious. So Llama's 1200 value is all a lie. It's all fake. Because these guys barely got touched through their shields. You can request a rat army and take over for a bit. Oh, I forgot that's true. It's how I fight Rat Boy. Just call him a furry from another continent from the right distance. Cyrus, that's pretty funny. Doom Sage? We don't live in Australia, bruh. Bruh. Okay, there's some shooting and some poke going on. We're gonna go into cinematic mode. That way you don't have to see how many shields are being destroyed. Oh wow, we actually got some real damage over there. That's nice. Anyway, back to cinematic mode. Do you like... So this is a question I've had since the release of Warhammer 3. Are the unit scales really small? Like, look at how tiny these guys are to these trees. I don't know. It just always seems like ants. Like little ants fighting each other. And I don't remember them being this small in Warhammer 2. Like, I feel like if orcs were standing around, you could tell they were orcs. These literally look like pink dots. Little pink fire of Tzeentch tries to hit the pink ores. Doesn't do that much. It's just shields versus shields, man. There's been very little meaningful damage. Alright, all pink ores are firing at single entities, but they're mostly going to miss. Now, thankfully, there's some collateral damage on the backside of that. And we have a bunch of blue fires getting cast, though none of them are overcast. And this could be a big mistake. Landing your Lords of Change where they can actually get hit by the shots is going to get them deleted very, very quickly. And we can see now meaningful damage has actually landed. Kiara's blue force has been able to move up largely uncontested, though, while the single entities are getting nuked down, but I think that's not the worst thing in the world if you can get solid hits on these Lords of Change. That, you know, you should never land with them. They're so exposed when they're on the ground.
Keep it from the foe.
Alright, crumbling. That Lord of Change is going to go away. Llama might want to recommit some of their damage onto the ground army at this point, because it feels like they're just using a lot of their ammo on stuff they can't hit, and they are going to get bombarded in the meantime. But the damage value currently is about 2 to 1. Uwu, yes, that's his name, is now going to run from Kill, Maim, Pain Axe. Good for them. Good. Pink Horrors out shooting the blue horrors largely. And crumbling them down. Crumbling Lords of Change down. Llama's having a good time. Vibing. Surviving. My game instantly crashed. Now I'm here. I see. Alright. Damage values are still about 2 to 1. Kill, Maim, Memer Man still can't quite catch up to Uwu. So that's just going to have to be fine. Pink Horrors are still firing into the ground force. Very good. I do think you should just take them out so you can stop taking damage, and then you can focus down all the single entities. So that is good stuff from Llama. Uwu is fighting 2 Lords of Change and a chariot that's out of ammo, and another chariot that's out of ammo is over there. What is getting summoned right now? What? Blue Horrors. Does Uwu have Blue Horrors summoned? Oh yeah, we never got to check out what Uwu does. Uwu has Burning Rage, Gate of Chaos summons Blue Horrors, Plague of Rust. He does have a Mortis Engine, he has Regen. Does he have the double Mortis Engine? He does. He also has the double Mortis Engine. I see. So Uwu's kind of a big... Uwu's a Giga Chad. Meanwhile, Kiara is down to 3 Pink Horrors, and then all of her single entities. Killmaim, Painbringer is in here. He's doing some good damage. Uwu should not be here. Uwu needs to run away. Run away, Uwu. Run away. Better get your Lords of Change down to help you. Because they're decent melee combatants, and they kind of gotta give you some buffering as you're kind of getting beat up right now. Imagine owning game 3. True. Alright. Kiara's running out of shit. She's behind about 7,000 on the damage value charts, and all these pink horrors are about to turn and fire. Quick little pink mist is coming in. Uwu is in danger. Uwu is going down. Killmaim's kicking his ass. Quick little explosion hurts most of his own troops, it looks like. Killmaim gets another nice shot in. Uwu is thinking about dying. More blue fire is coming in onto Killmaim. Llama has some troops kind of forgotten. They do need to be refocused onto probably the other pink horrors. Just need to take them out as Uwu crumbles to dust. One of the Lord of Changes is right behind him, as he is also dead. That's a Sword of Corn. That did okay. Wow, Uwu is still technically alive. I mean, he's crumbling, but he's still technically around. These pink horrors are taking a lot of extra damage from these other pink horrors. They need to stop and shoot them. They need to stop and shoot them. They need to stop walking at them right now. Please stop walking at them. Please shoot. Please fire.
No, the enemy has slain our
ooh, with Killmaim being dead, that's actually a pretty huge problem for Kiara. The last Lord of Change fades, so it's just 2 pink horrors versus a million pink horrors and Lords of Change. So this is the big over. You can battle that out in Age of Mythology instead. Age of Mythology is a great game. America isn't real. We all know about the conspiracy. Lies and slander. Yeah, Uwu did better than a generic Lord. So definitely bring him. Even though he's spency. The Burning Chariots just didn't get anything done, unfortunately, for them. Lords of Change also got kind of murked. But you're building an army when you don't know what your opponent took. So I don't think that'd be the army you would ideally take in the Zinch Mirror. Righty, game 3. Who's typing to me? Hammond, what do you want? Press Control K or Alt K, one of those, for Ultra Cinematic Mode? Oh, okay. Okay, alright. I did talk about baseball yesterday. I was with a friend who's from Caraco. Why would you ever talk about gross baseball, though? That's the thing. So game 3, open to all undivided demon and god types. So now they can take anything they want. They don't have to take a mono god army. No more. That's interesting. Cyrus, why don't you own Age of Mythology? Why don't you own any games? There was something I was going to do. I don't remember what it was. It's gone forever now. Minnesota is really Canadian territory. You shut your mouth, sir. Minnesota is a proud independent country. You only have to watch a couple games of baseball to know what'll happen every match. It's fuck all. A little bit. How did MSI go today? Was it good? Okay. That could be good. When's the next MSI schedule? Because if I don't have games for a little bit, I could watch that later. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. That's fine. Pay Saigon Buffalo. Interesting. May 10th, Tuesday. Okay. So they just formatted this in a really dumb way so that I have to get spoilers. If I want to see a schedule, I have to get spoiled on what the schedule is. That's pretty good. That's great. If anybody out there watches League of Legends right now, like the MSI has been super scuffed. You thought Minnesota was in Canada? No, it's not. We're in the United States, bruh. Marshall from HIMYM is the only good thing from Minnesota. What? Curacao is from your heavens here. Why didn't you know that either? I didn't say I didn't know that. What? Curacao? Isn't that in South America? Yeah, it's in South America. I knew that. Cyrus. Put words in my mouth. Yeah. It's down there. I couldn't have pointed to it on a map before I looked it up, but I knew it was down there. How I Met Your Mother. Oh! I never watched that show. I caught like a few episodes, but I wasn't huge on sitcoms. Minnesota's great. The problem is the Minnesotans. Minnesotans are all right. We're all right. Of the states I've been to, Minnesotans are all right. All right. There's some real shit people out there. I enjoyed that cricket was used to annoy the entirety of India after the Brits colonized them. Yeah, the Brits are the worst. How Human Boy Yes Met Your Mother. HHBYYMYM. Who's messaging me? What do you want? Yeah, Kiara changed the map. Okay, my brain hurts. Okay, that's fine. I have so many questions. Dude, so in game 3 you can use anything. You can use like mixed factions. You don't have to go mono god. Both of them went mono god. So I'm confused about that. I'm also confused that in game 3, Llama decides now is the time to bust out the Plague Toads, the Pox Riders, and Rot Flies. Now, the Plague Toads and Pox Riders might be okay if your opponent just spams infantry, which Kiara did. So they might do okay, but that was a very risky bet. The Rot Flies are just objectively garbage. So I don't know what's going on, but Llama was like, game 3, let me show you my real power, taking shit units. So I'm not sold on this one. Maybe the Plague Toads can carry the day just due to the fact that they can beat up all of these Bloodletters that Kiara brought. But the Bloodthirsters are going to be tough to deal with because we have like 5 Soul Grinders of Nurgle on one side, so they're going to shoot their shots into the Bloodletters, do meh damage, and then be okay melee combatants. But the Bloodthirsters should dunk on them pretty hard. Should. You can't pronounce it either way. I'm okay with that. The last season was shite of How I Met Your Mother. Alright, good to know. You heard the Cleveland Clinic is greater than the Mayo Clinic? They didn't name their facility after condiments? Sure, bud. Sure. Yeah, sure. Moment that you do not have to limit yourself to one god. Yep, Llama. Yep. I think Hammond said something. Yeah. Hammond's saying that Hammond said something. There's an alternate ending that I accept as the real ending. What's that? In How I Met Your Mother. Did you actually ever meet? Because it was following that like dark-haired guy, right? He was the guy that's like, here's how I met your mother, blah, 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 blah. But then you didn't know who the mother was, right? Or was it you knew who the mother was, you didn't know who the dad was? Aruba is another colony? Yeah. So we have the Plague Toad Swarm with some Pox Riders, some Soul Grinders, Nurgle, a crap ton of Rot Flies, and Uwu. Not sold on the Rot Flies. Trash. Trash! Kiara took her build back from game 1. We have Bloodthirsters, we have Double Soul Grinder, we have Kill Maim Beaverton, and then a shit ton of Bloodletters and some Exalted Bloodletters mixed in here too, probably, somewhere. There they are. I know this isn't a Warhammer 3 specific problem because Bretonnia every single night had the same banner, so you couldn't tell. But the fact that the Exalted Bloodletters and Bloodletters have literally the exact same pendant makes me mad sad. Ted Mosby. I see. Alright, I have another message. Who's it from? Oh, you heretics, you dirty chaos heretics. Okay. Alright. I will answer this question later. There's too many things. There's too much going on. I'm scared. I'm overstimulated. McCarthy, hello and fight. Welcome. Hi, Mock. Chasing Rainbows, was that intended to be a The Room reference? Because it was. Do you want spoilers? The alternate ending is way better. I do not intend to watch How I Met Your Mother. I do not intend to. Oh, hi, Mock. Someone started. I know someone started. So, there we go. Ride the toads, ride, go, you, go. The dark-haired guy was the MC. He is talking to his kids about how he met their mother. I see. Alright, Soul Grinders of Nurgle, show me your worth. Clickety-clacks of doom. Click, click, click. Fire! Well, that was pretty. Pretty okay damage. I've never been particularly impressed with the Soul Grinders of Nurgle. Their low ammunition just feels like it never pays for itself. Bob Saget was the voice of the old dude talking about how he met their mother. Oh. This is just an How I Met Your Mother stream now. Oh, that was a waste. That was a tough volley. And even though in the previous episode he let go of Robin, his wife died of cancer and some shit. The kids occurred and Sir Robin and some shit. It's horrible. Oh, that's kind of fucked. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. So we have the dreaded Nurgle Kite. Just doing its best to do something. Bloodthirster's just gonna run rampant. Again, some of the Nurgle shots land on Soul Grinder. Which is a bit of waste. They don't do anything to single entities. Uwu gets landed on by some Bloodthirsters, but it looks like they're actually taking the worst end of it as they fight a bunch of Soul Grinders too. Killmaim is also here, and the Blob has been formed, ladies and gentlemen. The Blob has been formed. Who will be victorious in this here Blob battle? I would narrate more, but I legitimately don't know what's happening in there. It's a bunch of toads ganging up on a bunch of Bloodthirsters. It's kind of crazy. Wasn't How I Met Your Mother like a comedy or something? Yes. Barney also had a change of heart after knocking up some hoe. That doesn't sound very Barney. Normally he's just vibing and surviving and pimping. I have 7 messages, so I think it might be part of about this game. It's from Hammond. What is it? Okay. Hammond, I will keep your secrets. You have to watch the game 2 tourney from the other day. Did you end up winning the best of 3 versus Yumi? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Doomsage. I ended up winning that best of 3. You should watch the semifinals. They were kind of crazy. Cough. But thanks for avenging me anyway. Alright, red team. The Nurgle units are not having a good time whatsoever. I might have predicted that, because I said all of those toads were going to be good against the Bloodletters. I did not say they'd be good against single entities in any capacity whatsoever, and they're all getting fucking ganked. That's not going great. Kiara's up about more than 2-1 on damage, and Nurgle is just trying to run away. Alright, Nurgle's actually going to try to capture the points. But they might get run down by Killmaim and his friends. Rotflies, ladies and gentlemen, are terrible. If you did not believe it, terrible. Terrible. Just god-awful, horrible, horrific units that are way overpriced. Never take them. They are just hot garbage. Alright? You heard it here first. Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, they're a pretty cool band. Yeah. So if you replayed this, like the only way you could maybe try and win is get all of your frogs, start cycle charging the Bloodletters, do some okay damage to them, and then hope that eventually when they're down to just single entities, just flying single entities, you could cap the points and just run away forever, and Kiara literally couldn't capture the points back because their units are all flying. Yeah, but the toads trying to gang up on a single entity, it just doesn't work. They don't do any damage. They just die. Will we get a side charge from the toads? I must sneeze. Montage from last season with the narrative present. Did anybody watch Teen Titans? Like, not the weird cartoony version one now, but the like kind of the kind of dark and gritty one from the early 2000s. Did anybody watch that? That shit had the worst ending because they didn't mean for it to end. It just did. But literally the last episode is Beast Boy going like, Tara, who was his love interest who he thought had died, and then it ends, and that's it. Why Doom Sage, you need breakfast. Why is there no kitchen in your bedroom? I don't know, dude. That is a pretty shit house layout. You should work on that. Soul Grinders and Nurgle are still kiting, but Llama has about 1/3 of the damage value of Kiara right now, so it's going very, very poorly. And Nurgle has 1 point captured. And now Kiara is just going to camp on the 2 points that she has, and that's going to be that. Don't worry, the Soul Grinders have almost done nothing. Almost. Uwu is trying to run down a Bloodthirster, but now Kill Maim is right behind him. He's going to kill him soon. That's going to be GG. It's going to be biggest GS. Yeah, the frogs are getting okay work done on these bloodletters, but even that, not great. Plague toads are also pretty bad. Not as bad as rotflies, but they are pretty bad. Rotflies getting axed down by bloodthirsters. Soon it'll be just Uwu. We now got Curse of the Slugged. All 5 of these Soul Grinders, like, even though they're trying to kite, they haven't been shooting while they're kiting. So they're not getting a lot done. They're kind of running out of time. Plague toads are chewing down some bloodletters. Trying. Did anyone enjoy the FA Cup final yesterday? What's FA? I'm guessing this is some sort of soccer thing. I'm too American to understand. Yeah, like look at these Nurgle Soul Grinders. They're running around, they're staying safe, which like good for them, but they're not actually shooting anything. So yeah. Uwu is running for his life. He's getting shot at by the Corn Soul Grinder every so often. And the toads are dying. They're gonna go try and capture point 3. Don't know if that's gonna work. The Football Association. Is that FIFA? Is that FIFA, the traitors? The world's most corrupt organization? Uwu has died. I'm sorry, Uwu. Kiara, this is so boring. Now you know Demons of Chaos are boring.
One of your units has been destroyed.
It's the last day. Some teams had great matches. Yeah. You're not gonna lie, somewhat disappointed. Disappointed in what? The Rotflies or the Plague Toads? Because both are frequently disappointed.
One of your units has been destroyed.
One of your units has been destroyed. Did you guys hear that? Bloodletters are running around. I have things to say, but I don't want to help the players since people are literally... Why? I don't know. Hammond, it doesn't look that way on my screen. There, sorry, Hammond sent me a screenshot of something. Hammond, see, in my description, it doesn't have all those things. So it's kind of weird. Anyway, there's something I could say about this, but since Kiara's in chat, I'm going to shut up. Dom fixes draw kite, they said. This is hybrid mode, but yeah, pretty much. The fact that there's no racing competition where firearms are permission. Oh, I see. I want to Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea. Who's Chelsea? What's happening? I like Virgo, so I guess happy Liverpool one. What's happening? Also, wait. Europeans out there. Is there, like, Ukraine won that Eurovision thing. Was that political, or were they actually good? I'm curious, because it seemed very coincidental that Ukraine would win this year. And I didn't watch any of it, obviously. It's not really something that's in my media diet. Even if I did live in Europe, it's not really my type of jam. But I am curious if Ukraine actually deserved it, or if it was just like, we know your life is shitty right now because you're getting invaded. Here you go. Alright, the Nurgle units are slowly getting caught by Killmaim and his brood. The toads are still kind of running away. They do have to capture some more stuff. Kiara's about to capture the other point back. Soul Grind of Nurgle sitting here trying to capture point 2. There's a bunch of bloodletters coming to stop that. Yes. Kiara's up still about 3 to 1 in damage value. People watch Eurovision? No music in Eurovision is ever good, so that was a trick question. I was just wondering if Ukraine deserved the W for skill or if it was like a political thing. That's all I wanted to know. Hammond, I have no idea why that's happening. It was in the background while I was eating, yeah. So... Nurgle's trying to take the center point, but there's too many bloodletters around, so they're not going to be able to do it. I see. Northers is amazing, although going to stand for bridge is quite good. Yes. Who do you think wins the Champions League? Probably me. Duh. Duh, I'm gonna win. Duh. Currently, Kiara has enough points to win. Unless Nurgle can somehow take some of the points back. They're just not getting nearly enough shooting done. The fact that their Soul Grinders still have like most of their ammunition at this point in the game is not going bueno for them. There isn't really a skill component involved. Alright. So it's good to know at least I wasn't the only one that was like, that seems kind of coincidental. Today you won your first 2 multiplayer battles, 100% easy win rate. Hell yeah, dude. Good job, buddy. Ukraine won in 2014? Huh, that's strangely when the Crimea War happened. That's weird. Mick Right Face, the Sonor reinforcements thing? Yeah, it's in Ticity's hybrid mode and Hammond added some extra steps to it. And yeah, so there's no reinforcements. Alright, how much more does Llama need? 1,000 versus 1,400? Yeah, so Llama is going to get ground out here. There's no way. Why are the skulls multiplying? I don't know. On my screen they aren't. I don't know what you're talking about. We are down to 1 Nurgle unit. It is this Soul Grinder. Anyway, the thing I could have mentioned earlier that I didn't want to mention since Kiara's listening is she had 3 bloodletters just sitting in this forest that could have gone and taken point 1, and then Llama would have been completely fucked. But I didn't want to give that away. Should I? I'll stay. Stormrunner and Zep, I hope you guys are ready to start your game 1. Hammond, I have no idea why there are more and more skulls. Alright, Zep and Stormrunner, we're coming your way. Kiara wins this one. She'll be waiting for you guys in the finals. Alright, army losses.
I knew it.
Cool.
Unending glory is...
You don't need attacking rules, they said. Yeah, Stormrunner. Yeah. No, I'm hoping that the domination is superior in every way and is perfect and land battles suck ass. I'm hoping that that crowd is finally shut up because there have been so many examples of times where it's like, rules would be nice. And Dom needs less rules. Dom needs less rules than land battles, I'll admit that, but it's still, there are a few quality of life improvements that like people have already done, and that's the part that I think is most annoying, is that like People are like, Dom needs no rules, and that's why domination is perfect, and it's so great. And then it's like, all right, how many Kislev chariots are allowed in tournaments? Well, they limited those to 2 because they're broken. And it's like, I mean, that sounds like a rule, doesn't it? Demons of Chaos are not allowed. Sounds like a rule, doesn't it? Just saying. And then Ent's hybrid mode came out. And even when he was talking about it for the ladder, he did have to go, okay, well, let's limit chariots. Let's limit, what else did he limit? At the time, it was, oh, that was another thing. It was Gorgers and Iron Blasters were also limited. And, like, all these things were limited. And it's just like, all right, well, those are rules. Like, yes, it's less rules than land battles. But I hated the arguments that a lot of people on Discord were like, you don't need rules. And it was also, like, not to be a dick, but it was also randoms who had never fought like Even Star, Anticity, House, Plant, Void, Lulls, Vicious Satsuma. Like, you never fought a high-tier player. And then they're like, we don't need rules. And it's like, have you ever played someone who like really wants to win without rules? It's not a good time. It's not a good time. All right. I had to see who was on the red team and who was on the blue team, which is why that took so long for me to type who was where. And yes, I also know the blockers there, but I'm updating the scoreboard. So, we are into game 1 of the other semifinal. Zepp and Stormrunner. We are ready? Hell yeah, Zepp. Okay. So Zepp has Bloodletters, Exalted Bloodletters, and Bloodletters just spammed across the lines with some Fleshhounds of Khorne. And we do have Cuntface and 3 Bloodletters. Oh, wait, Bloodthirsters. Okay. Do you have spells, Mr. Face? No, so this is... Oh, you have Stream of Corruption. Okay, so you have the only spell that's in good. Cool, cool. Actually, what else do you have, sir? Looks like we have damage resistance and double Mortis Engine, and then we also have regen. So regen double Mortis Engine seems to be pretty common. On the other side, we have Fleshhounds, Exalted Bloodletters, Bloodletters, Exalted Bloodletters, Bloodletters, Fleshhounds. We do have a Skull Cannon, triple gold chevron. We have Blood Crushers of Khorne. We also have a Blood Reaper on motorcycle. We have a Soul Grinder of Khorne. We have a Plague Ridden of Nurgle, which means this must be a generic guy. Yeah, it's Red Algar. Okay. Woo! Woo! Alright, Kiara says they'll be back in 10 minutes, but I extremely doubt that this series will be over in 10 minutes. Skull Cannon, fire! Skull Cannon, miss! Skull Cannon, fire again! Oh, there's 2 triple gold chevron Skull Cannons. Quick little Stream of Corruption, nice hit. Does about a quarter health off those exalted things. The Skull Cannons are not doing great right now. Red Algar is going to land, and then some Blood Crushers are going to turn around and try to help them out. Traditionally, this would be a good catch for the cavalry, but they are anti-infantry, not anti-large, and these are Warhammer 3 cavs. They're kind of derping it out real hard right now. They're thinking about coming back in and getting some damage, but they're not going to do it. Front lines collide. The red side of... It's Khorne versus Khorne, so the red side just has less Khorne things, and they're going to lose the frontline fight slowly. So this backline fight does have to go better for them. Though that actually being said, there are 4 single entities over there, I guess. Maybe? Nah, it still looks like the blue Khorne has more Khorne stuff. Meanwhile, the Khorne Dogs are fighting the Khorne Dogs. It's a 2 versus 3 Khorne Dog fight-off, so it looks like the 3 will probably win. Blood Crushers of Khorne are surrounding the single entities, and if you wonder why Blood Crushers of Khorne might be bad, you guys, it's because of this. They surround a bunch of single entities, and they're doing some damage, but not a ton. And they kind of need to be doing a ton.
One of your units
Yeah.
has been destroyed.
Oh wait, it's Roma. Chester's talking about soccer. Damage values are spiking, both sides trading about even. Fleshhounds, looks like the 2 Fleshhounds will take out 1 of the 3 before they die. And red is actually doing a little better in the front line than I would have thought in some areas, but it does look like overall they actually are losing as I look at it more closely now. Red Ulger gets Fleshy Abundance cast onto him. One of the Bloodthirsters is fading away. Another one is getting quite low. Blood Reaper is fighting the K-Face. That's not going great for him, and another Bloodthirster is taking out a Skull Cannon entirely. Miasma Pestilence is cast onto K-Face. Stats are getting lowered a little bit, and the other Bloodthirsters are dying slowly to all these Blood Reapers and whatnot. But I do think blue has to just fall back to their front line, abandon this backline dive where they did get surrounded by heavy cav and kind of murdered. K-Face is going to take out the Blood Reaper. It looks like he's going to crumble to dust, probably. But other than that, you do need to leave, my friend. You do need to leave. Nice pick on the Gold Chevron Skull Cannon, but it was doing so little work anyway. Who cares? Honestly, who cares if it dies? There's more red dogs coming from somewhere. They must have been off screen fighting something. 3 will be 2? What is this supposed to be 3? I know, it is insane, but it's true. K-Face is still in here fighting. I really think he should get motor and get out of here. Should get back to all of his infantry support and do some good work there. Can't wait to hear the slave-built stadiums of Qatar filled with the sound of it coming home. Yeah, that's one thing I knew about with the soccer stuff was that
Keep it from the foe.
Qatar was hosting it for reasons no one could explain. I mean, like, probably money, but isn't FIFA super corrupt? I don't know. I remember hearing a lot of negative things about FIFA. Alright. K-Face is firing off some streams of corruption. The last of the Bloodthirsters dies. So that back single entity gambit really didn't work out for the blue team, and they are going to have to take a chill pill for a hot second. I saw Fecundity cast on this guy. That's the Nurgle army ability, right? Okay. Because I was trying to figure out where he got that from. Meanwhile, Heavy Cav are going to charge straight into Bloodletters. They will do okay here until they run out of gas and need to back off. Meanwhile, a quick little stream of corruption is going to hit double Exalted Bloodletter, and that's okay. FIFA's French, so it's very corrupt. Yeah. Yeah. These Exalted Bloodletters need to come down here along with the Fleshhounds. They could maybe send one to go capture point 2, but they do need to get a little more active on the map. So Zep can't allow them to be forgotten, which looks like they might be getting forgotten. Come on, buddies, come down here. There you go. Now they have orders to go places. More Bloodletters are charging in without the rest of their forces, though. This is a lot of single entities all around a Plague-Ridden of Nurgle, so if he gets enough Winds of Magic, he could throw some nasty heals out if he has them onto Red Ulger. Meanwhile, Blood Crushers of Corn are going to go fight Fleshhounds. That's actually kind of an okay trade for Fleshhounds. Blood Crushers are not the greatest at taking them out, and meanwhile you can have K-Face dive down, get some free hits in. That's okay. Fleshhounds are going to go capture point 2. K-Face is trying to run from Red Ulger, but Red Ulger gets a charge attack, hits him in the back. Both are hit with Curse of the Slug. It's hard to tell. No, it looks like just K-Face is hit with Curse of the Slug. He's going to turn around and try to get a couple shots back in, but Red Ulger is just way too far ahead on the health lead. So his lesser stats don't seem to matter as much as he trades up into K-Face. He actually misses that attack. Can K-Face take him? He's doing his best. He's doing some good work on the way out. But I don't think it's going to be enough. He's still kicking. He's just been mostly crumbling. No one can hit him with that 75 melee defense. Alright. He finally dies. With that, there is a leadership spike against the blue team. So they start to crumble away, though some of the Blood Crushers also crumble away. Fleshhounds are going to dive onto Red Ulger and try and hit him. They're doing okay damage. Yeah, they're doing okay. If you could focus down all the ground troops, you could take away his capturing ability. Oh, but they didn't finish capturing point 2. They still have capture point 1, I guess, if they could somehow kill all the ground units, but it doesn't look like they will. You spent 3 hours in the Doha airport flying on Qatar Air for a couple weeks ago? Let's see. Alright. Stormrunner will take game 1. Thankfully, you Yanks came in to try and save it. Oh, I remember something like that. Yeah, didn't the U.S. try to do something? Was that actually did that actually end up being a good thing, or did we just mess that up? Because I remember thinking at the time that that was stupid. KFA's got about 6,000 value. Infantry did okay until they got murdered. On the other side, Red Olger did okay. The Heavy Cav, the Blood Crushers, got to surround single entities and beat them up, so that was pretty good for them. Skull Cannons, between the two, did meh. Yeah. London was quite unburned when I went to the city to see after that match. Yeah. You Americans actually did improve it slightly. Yay! We did something kind of right for once. That's new. We love doing things wrong. You interrupted his speech, saved the game? Okay. All right. So Hammond wants that replay, so here you go. Alright. I'm all caught up. Why am I being pinged here? Rot flies are bad. Plague toads are meh/bad. What about the company CA? Literally perfect. Don't know what you're talking about, chasing rainbows. I am confused. Lord fighting Cav was a dumb idea. That happens, though. It happens. They would be very upset right now if they could read. That's a good meme. Those children would be very upset right now if they could read. Why is Broken Leg Gully the map? I thought it was Arnhigh in game 2. Because that's in the finals, Hammond. I think you're thinking of the finals. Alright, anyway. On to this thing. Boop. So we have another Zinchmir on this map again. This map is big for Zinchmirs, I guess. They're just very, very big on that. For Zep, I am confused. We have quadruple flamers, and then we have exalted flamers. I don't see how many. I thought there was more than one. We also have two Lords of Change, and we have K-Face. Okay, we also have Exalted Pink Horrors down the line, and we have Exalted Pink Horrors on the front. A lot of that going around. There, it's two Exalted Flamers. But why the Exalted Flamers? What are they for? I'm confused. Still love how betting on Eurovision is illegal here because it was too corrupt. Many women read. On the other side, I am also very confused because Stormrunner has blue horrors, then he has triple gold chevroned flamers, triple gold chevroned exalted pink horrors, triple gold chevron double soul grinder of Zinch. We have Zarek, and we have an iridescent horror of metal with, I'm guessing, Final Trans. Yeah, Final Trans, Plague of Rust, Searing Doom. I'm so confused about the triple gold chevrons. That both players are just like flamers. Flamers are the way to go. Alright. I'm gonna wait for both players to ready up. And I'll watch the entire battle from this perspective. Doop, 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 doop. Oh wait, somebody wanted like Alt K. Yeah, that's hyper cinematic mode. Who's messaging me now? Oh, okay. Alright. Hammond's just yelling at me, as per usual. They just legalized online sports being here last autumn, because Anticity said that Exalted Flamers are great versus SEMs in one of his videos. Anticity's videos are entirely clickbait, and I thought you knew that. They're not real. Nothing's real. Nothing. Both armies are still setting up. Looks like they're thinking about hitting the start buttons. Flamers are kind of terrifying looking. Look at their faces. They're all fucked up. Those are nice little bird songs. What does Zarek have? Hidden in Time. Oh, he gets stock and unspottable. Okay, that's kind of cool. Treason of Zinch. Zinch's Firestorm. Why does Zarek have all of his spells? He has 5 spells. No, 4. Okay. The Gaze of Fate isn't. I see. Can you bet on politics in the Netherlands? I would hope not. That doesn't seem like it would go well. Llama says, you tell me Rotflies are bad, but they're okay to block the escape for Lords. They didn't look like they were okay. They looked like they were giga bad. Alright, will the Gold Chevron team beat the non-Gold Chevron team? I'm personally betting on the non-Gold Chevron team. But we'll see. What are those? Oh, are those the Soul Grinders of Zinch? They fire like little Giselle shots? That's kind of interesting. I honestly have never seen Soul Grinders of Zinch. Oh, they do okay. Alright. Alright, Soul Grinders of Zinch, that's fine. I made like 30 quid betting on Boris Johnson to win, which made it slightly more palatable. Alright, blue horrors are walking awfully close to the pink horrors and the flamers, so they're going to get deleted real quick. And Stormrunner needs to return fire. His army is holding its position at the moment. Awful lot of firepower going towards a Lord of Change. I think that is a big mistake. You do need to focus on the forces on the ground or you're going to get beaten out as your front line has already disintegrated. The flamers are dying a horrific death. Meanwhile, the other front line is also dying a horrific death. And no one should care too much about the single entities just yet. On the high ground, we do have blue horrors that are not going to be a part of this fight whatsoever. And a quick overcasted final transmutation trying to hit 4 or 5 units. It looks like, wow, actually more than that. But it's not going to do that much. Final trans sucks in game 3. Like, I've just constantly underwhelmed with it. So, it's doing okay, but not a crazy amount. Meanwhile, both armies are getting obliterated. Flamers wandering out in front of Zep's army. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, they got an attack order onto Zarek, but they're way overextending for it. And Zarek actually just flies straight into the Flamer fire. So he is probably going to go down. No, he's at half health. He's kind of okay. Stormrunner is up on the damage value. Still firing at Lords of Change. Don't love that. And now Zarek gets nuked down.
You have killed an enemy lord.
Okay. Alright. So red team is lordless. They are going to start dying off. It looks like this next volley is really hurting them. And it feels like Stormrunner's focusing too much on the single entities and not enough on the stuff on the ground. Would be my thought. Yeah.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Exalted Flamer's being shot at now, but the pink horrors are getting a lot of the work done. These pink horrors are trying to fire at a Lord of Change at point blank range, and that's kind of okay, but that's not really the problem. The problem is all these pink globs coming at you. So yeah, red is looking kind of fucked.
Keep it from
The damage value balance of power isn't that terrible yet, but it's just like looking at the state of things, it looks pretty bad for red. And he backs out. Yeah. I think in the Zinch mirror, I think it has always felt like a mistake to focus down the single entities. Just killing the enemy ground force is way more important. It feels like. Because K-Face got 1400 value, Zarek got 500. Exalted Flamer's got about 1100. The Exalted Pink Horrors got a lot of damage spread out between them. Flamers didn't really get too much done. I think, unironically, the meta in this was what Llama did, or it's just a crap ton of Pink Horrors. Because those are the only things getting real work done. Soul Grinders were kind of neat. So now it's game 3 where people can use mixed factions. Didn't the lockdown architect break his quarantine to bang his married mistress? That sounds like politics. Yeah, it's pretty much universal that no matter what country you're in, your politicians are kind of shitheads. The loony left are threatening to take over if Starmer goes. Who's Starmer? Keir Starmer, leader of the Labour Party. Oh, he's the leader of the opposition. Okay, so Boris Johnson is currently the prime minister. I was confused because I'm like, who is this Starmer fellow? I've never heard of him before. I see. Yeah. I'd use the froggies instead. See. Hammond, I don't know how you're doing that and multiplying the skulls, but I have nothing to do with it. Kislev has good politicians? I don't know if they do. They all seem kind of tyrannical. Yeah. The Tories are quite different. I don't know what all these things are. I'm generally considered more liberal, I guess, but it depends. Every country has like a different definition of like conservatives versus liberals. Because I remember learning about the German Liberal Party, and a lot of their stances would be conservative in the United States. Yeah. Are the Tories your guys' left party? I'm confused. The Conservative Party. Okay, yeah. Because when you were saying loony leftists, I was like, I remember the Brexit people were kind of silly. That they were all over the place. I don't know. I'm generally more left-leaning, though, so it's not exactly shocking that I would think that a right party somewhere is kind of silly. Because it's just my personal preference. Well, I don't know. In Australia, the party called the Liberal Party is conservative. Yeah. So it's kind of all over the place, as Loopy's pointing out. But I don't know. I don't fit perfectly into a liberal ideology. It's just, it's issue by issue, right? Everybody has a different thought on every different issue. And there's very few people that are like true conservatives or true liberals, like that you believe every single thing your party does, or your party might have a position or two that you're like, well, I don't think that, right? It's all shades of gray. Yeah. The two biggest parties in the Labour and Conservative don't really represent the parties the namesake would suggest. I see. Yeah. United States is just kind of a shit show right now. Like, the most unbiased I can be about it is that, like, our right is currently operating very maliciously to try and go for less democratic means and keep themselves in power at the detriment to the good of the country. And that's disagree all you want, but that's like just like kind of fact. Whether or not you agree with conservative ideologies, the current Republican Party in the United States doesn't really give a shit about conservative ideology. They just care about power, and that's been documented very well because they keep electing a lot of people that don't really agree with certain conservative things that they normally would, but they're all like loyal to the party ideology. Like they're loyal to the concept of the party, not necessarily its ideals. Whereas the Democratic Party is just ridiculously inefficient. Like, they're so terrible at doing anything. And that's the most that's like the most generic and balanced that can be about it, is that like both of our parties suck dick for different reasons right now. Like, the Democrats are just really bad at getting anything done. There's a lot of political nihilism in the UK right about now. There's a lot in the US. A lot of people are giving up on stuff. Why isn't the left wing's party color red? They are in the rest of the world. I don't know. Alright, what do we got? So this is the third round, so we can have actually mixed parties. For Stormrunner, we have 4 Soul Grinders, 2 of Tzeentch and 2 of Nurgle? No. 2 of Tzeentch, 1 of Nurgle, 1 of Khorne. We have Zarek again. We have a Bloodthirster. We have some Screamers. We have a Keeper of Secrets, a Great Unclean One, a bunch of Exalted Plague Bearers with their grenades. We have some Exalted Demonettes of Slaanesh, the front line of Nurglings, Exalted Plague Bearers, and Exalted Bloodletters. So very, very, very mixed force. On the other side, we have Seekers of Slaanesh, Fleshhounds, Seekers, Fleshhounds for Zep, so much more of a mobile force. And then we have, here's what I was looking at. We have the Double Soul Grinder of Nurgle, the Double Soul Grinder of Slaanesh, interestingly enough, which Hammond had mentioned something to me before the tournament about. Then we have K-Face. We all know K-Face. We all love K-Face. And then we have some Exalted Pink Horrors. We have some Flamers, and we have more Flamers. Are these custom Demon Lords? Yes, that is the point of Hammond's event, is you can bring your Demon Lords from campaign and see which of them is best. And this is K-Face. Zarek is one of the default ones. I know Zarek's one of the default ones. He's the default Tzeentch one. You can pick him multiplayer at all times. I'm inside of a glacier. Boop. Did someone say Undivided? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure only Hillary Clinton DOTs like the DNC. Yep. Yep. Democrats just... Ugh. Which means me. If you like the DNC, more power to you. I won't yuck your yum, but you have a very strange yum. You have a very strange yum that does not get anything done. Like, it feels like every time Democrats take control of the government, they just sit there for like 2 years congratulating themselves for doing it, and then they're like, oh wait, we were supposed to govern? Fuck, the Republicans won the next one because we didn't do anything. I thought that said Zarek the Forehead Prince? It says the Feathered Prince. Silly. Alright, we're off. And will the single entity monstrosity of Stormrunner, with his unholy alliance of 8 SEMs from different rosters, defeat Zep's 5 SEMs? Or will the cavalry and flanks actually do stuff? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. It's God Empress Clinton. Yeah. Wasn't their campaign we hate the other guy? Cyrus, that could literally be every political campaign in the United States for the last 20 years. Like, that's just all it is we hate the other guy, and here's why. It's not what can I do for our country, it's what the other guy's gonna do to our country. It's just a bad time to be alive. Alright, the Keeper of Secrets charges straight into some Flamer Fire. Did not enjoy that whatsoever. Meanwhile, the Soul Grinder of Slaanesh charges in as well and is currently getting bullied by all these single entities. Filter feeding in the single entities one by one is not working out for the red side. They definitely function better as like a blob. Look at the cute pink guy's butts. Pass. That's... Yeah, I thought that's enough if your opponent is R-slurred. Alright. So the Tzeentch units, one nice thing about throwing other single entities to win like this, yes, they took a lot of damage, but you also do muck up these pink horrors from really being able to shoot you on the approach. So that could be part of it. K-Face is not having a good time fighting a Great Unclean One and a Bloodthirster, but Soul Grinder Slaanesh is also doing pretty good work. Those two in here are doing okay. Screamers are trying to help out. They're not doing particularly great, and the other Soul Grinder of Slaanesh is fighting, but losing that duel, surprisingly. Damage values are very even right now as Fleshhounds come in for a big old flank arena. They're going to hit some Plague Bearers, do good damage there. Flamers do get off one quick burst, and the Plague Bearers also doing great damage over there. And the Keeper of Secrets is still trying to stop the Flamers from firing, but really getting whittled down due to its very low armor. Alright, so Zarek is fighting. I'll answer some of that in the next build phase. Zarek's fighting. K-Face is getting ganged up on. He might want to get out of there soon if he even can, but that could be a difficult proposal to offer. Soul Grinder of Tzeentch is trying to snipe out K-Face if he ever gets out of the fight, but I don't think he's really going to get out much. And as I say that, he does start to get out, so we get some Jezzail fire. Pew, pew, pew. And it mostly missed, because it did. Seekers just died off. Red team is pulling slightly ahead on the balance of power. It does look like their single entities are going to grind through. Blue team took mobility and thought flanking mattered, and that was just adorable. As K-Face is about to get rear charged, and Stormrunner is maybe on a pathway to finals as the Nurgle and Khorne units and even some Slaanesh units get into the melee with the Tzeentch units. They should theoretically win. These are not Forsaken and Spawn, so for once they actually are bad at melee combat. Thank you. When Tzeentch, every time Tzeentch wins a melee fight, my heart dies a little bit inside. K-Face is crumbling, and gone. And without him, the leadership for the blue team will hit the roof. Fleshhounds are going to go away pretty soon. Seekers were remembered, and they are now charging in. Zep's not giving up just yet. I think he is extremely down, but I guess all of these red units are very, very low, so maybe there's still something you can do. Soul Grinders and Nurgle are still firing. I'm still always underwhelmed with their performance, but somebody likes them, I guess. They've only got about 800 value, and they're almost out of ammo. It's not in the melee unit, but Might be too little, might be too late. Pink warriors are all disintegrating away. Red has now fallen behind on the damage balance of power, but I don't think crumbling counts towards your score. Because as we can look around the map right now, you can just physically see that blue team has less stuff going on. Yeah, I don't think crumbling counts. So Exalt the Pink Horror is about to go, Soul Grinder Slanesh is about to go, Flesh Hounds are about to go, Flesh Hounds are about to go, and soon it'll be one Seeker that is almost dead, and 2 full health Soul Grinders of Nurgle with no ammunition versus all this nonsense. Yeah. Alright, Singletities are fighting. Soul Grinder Slanesh is a cool little joint animation, but it didn't end up looting at anything. And can the 2 Soul Grinders of Nurgle grind through the entire army? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we, as Plague Bearers offer the last of their grenades. They say, here, take these, and suck on it. You nerd. You nerd. Wow, that was just a wonderful blue fire cast, Zarek. That was just great. You really hit the correct target there, dummy. You dumb piece of garbage. Alright, Soul Gunner Slanesh is crumbling away. Zarek's here, though. Zarek's here and ready to party, and it does look like Zep will back out. So we will have Stormrunner versus Kiara in the finals. And I don't think Soul Grinders of Nurgle are the way to go. Soul Grinders of Slanesh, however, big damage. Big damage. Flamers have also been a little underwhelming to me. Like, even in the Zinch mirrors, that the Flamers are just kind of meh. They're okay. I think Exalted Pink Horrors are just better. But when it's not a mirror, they can actually get run down, which is interesting. Alright, let's get Kiara in here. Oh no. Cyrus the Great. Is that a thing? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'll just message Kiara. Uh-oh. Hammond's mad. Hammond thingy. There you go. Okay, let's go see. I didn't know I took too many frogs. So it takes Slanesh and it would be a sad face MP4. Oh, there's a kitty. That's pretty funny. Alright. I'll see if Kiara has a lobby or something. I hate that Kiara's name is made in such a way that I can't actually ping her. It's very strange. NGSG. Nurgle Soul Grinders may or not be total garbage. I kind of think Nurgle Soul Grinders are always garbage. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I have just never been impressed with them. Pretty sure local elections are even more insane than the federal candidates. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I think, like, we can all agree. Again, I try not to talk about things that might be, like, opinionated. If I'm going to talk about politics, I'll talk about things that, like, we can all just agree on is kind of fucked up. You know, but not, like, an opinion where it's just, like, I think minimum wage should be $8, and, like, everybody's going to have a different opinion on that, so it's not really worth talking about. But, like, the biggest thing that sucks about, like, dealing with Biden as president is he's just, like, such a wet noodle in a lot of ways. And, like, one of them is that Republicans were enacting local legislative reform and gerrymandering and stuff to make your votes count less depending on who you are and where you live, right? Like, that's just part of the political game in America. Democrats do it too. But then they passed, like, they kind of went a little crazy with it, with the 2016 election was stolen thing. Which, again, if you pay attention to the American news at all, it's like endless court filings have been made, and none of them have ever proved there's been anything wrong with the election that Trump lost. But they perpetuate that thing over and over again because he wants them to. Okay? So that's the thing the other party is doing. If you just look at it purely tactically, is the other party is perpetuating this narrative because it benefits them and their ability to pass legislation that could depress the voting numbers of the other party. And then when presented with that fact, Biden, who largely won off the back of African American voters because they voted for him overwhelmingly, instead of candidates that I wanted because I'm not a fan of Joe. African Americans overwhelmingly voted for him because a lot of pastors and stuff said to, and all those things. And then it's like, all right, Joe Biden, the people that got you elected, African Americans, are disproportionately affected by these laws that are coming up. What are you going to do about them? Are you going to use your executive powers? Are you going to use a decree? Are you going to do anything about the voting stuff? Are you going to push Congress to pass a national voting legislation to make it easier for your constituents to vote? Mr. Joe Biden, what are you going to do? And his fucking answer that I think, like, again, I don't think this is an opinion. I think everyone should be pissed about this. Is like his answer is, well, we'll vote harder next time. Just get out there and vote harder. And it's like, dude, you're the biggest fucking piece of shit I've ever heard. Like, he's so out of touch. Like, he's the worst. I lean pretty heavily liberal on most things, and I fucking hate Joe Biden, dude. He just doesn't do anything. He just leaves, like, he does other stuff, right? But, like, for the stuff his voters care about, he's just kind of like, well, we'll get him next time, or, well, I'm going to go to bed, or, well, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, all right, thanks, dude. So it's like, just go vote harder thing was stupid. Or it's like, we had historic voter turnout, and you're still like, go vote harder. Okay, eat my ass. It's a political stream. I mean, we're waiting on Kiara. I gotta talk about something. And chat was talking about politics, so I'm kind of just feeding off of chat. Rat boy, I know I disagree plenty on politics with you. The only thing we agree on is that both parties are horrible. Yeah. With the beeps and the boops. Beep, beep. Hi from Legend. Hey, how you guys doing? Legend's rating. What the heck? Why do we have so many people? What's happening? Legend of Total War says hi. Why? How does he know I exist? Political diss. We're here from Europe. You can see how useless it is. You guys enter while I'm talking about random political shit. What a terrible time to enter. Just hear me talking about Joe Biden. That's funny. Anyway. Yeah, who am I? I'm Human Boy. Yes. I host a lot of multiplayer tournaments and multiplayer events. I also play other games from once in a while. And I am what you call a shitlord. Legend of Total War sends his regards. What was he streaming today, lads? What's he been running these days? I don't keep good tabs on other content creators because I live under a rock, then I show up, make some content, and then live under a different rock. It's true. Lots of people lose 45. For smaller content creators, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. I think the most I've ever had was 50 or so. Yeah, it was 52 for Inticity's finals. Alright, we're trying to find out their player. Right now. Yeah, we're covering Warhammer 3. You guys came from a better game. I'm sorry. Medieval Turks. Medieval 2. Does he have a bit, or is he just doing the hardest campaign right now? Quick, do Biden impression again. That'll make him stay. I'm officially endorsing Senator Stephen Armstrong. Nah, dude. Nah. Not at all. I don't know who that is. The only person I endorse for political office is what's the name of that dog? Airbud. Airbud for office. He's gonna dunk on the opponent. He was streaming Medieval 2 today. If he was streaming Total Warhammer 3, a lot more people would join the raid. Let's see. I know Legend had some interesting thoughts on Warhammer 3. He doesn't think it's literally the best game of all time, so he's wrong. I can name 10 good things about Warhammer 3 right now. 1. Corn is also a vegetable. 2. I don't like this game. I don't like this game anymore. This is a bad game. I'm abandoning that. Alright, we have Kiara here. For anybody new that just joined, what the hell this is you take your Daniel from campaign. They call him Daniel. It's your demon lord that you made yourself. You bring it into multiplayer and you can fight your opponent. You can go pew 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 bah, 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 and you punch the other guy in the face and you kill him. And you kill him. You better endorse Vermin Lord Supreme. He even has Vermin Lord in his name. Let's be honest, you endorse Kairos' fate we were president because he brings the change we can believe in. Kairos doesn't know where he is, right? He can see the past and the future, but he can't see where he is right now. Imagine him climbing the stairs to Air Force One or wherever you think he's going to be president of. It doesn't actually have to be America, but like, sir, get on the plane as he stumbles his bumbling ass up there. Or he knows he's going to stumble his bumbling ass up there. So then he just tells you he's not going to get on the plane. But like, he can't see anything. No president of mine is going to get tripped because someone stuck their foot out and he can't see it. All right? I am anti-technically blind presidents. Also, Tzeentch is probably my least favorite. No. Slaanesh is my least favorite of the 4 Chaos Gods. So Tzeentch is my second least favorite of the Chaos Gods. I would vote for a Nurgle candidate all day. To be honest, you endorse Kyra Fate. We were for president. Yeah, I already read that. Sorry. Why would he need to get on a plane? Because of the politics. You know, you got to get on the planes. Mr. President, it's time to go get on your plane. You might be like, I don't want to get on the plane. I have pretty bird wings. I'm just going to fly. No, Mr. President. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. But he can close an umbrella. If he can close an umbrella, he has currently taken the lead in my heart for president. Vote for Grom? I don't think Grom would make a good president. Grom to fit! Sleepy Joe can still bumble his way down from a stair any day. Politics. Uh-oh. Alright, we get the epilepsy build. So, we have Khorne versus Tzeentch, and Kiara went with all the Exalted Pink Horrors. So we're going to see how it does in a non-Tzeentch mirror, because so far we've only seen the Exalted Pink Horrors versus other Exalted Pink Horrors. Meanwhile, Stormrunner went with a Khorne kind of fresh double skull cannon. I don't think it's going to work. The Bloodletters might get a bunch done, though, once they get into melee combat. If they get into melee combat. So I think Kiara should definitely focus... I know no one has listened to me all tournament, but I really think Kiara should focus down the infantry first, because if they get onto your pink horrors, then you're just extremely doomed. You're big mega fucked. He rides a griffin that's badass. It's true. Up. We lost whoever that was. Anyway, Fleshhounds, Blood Crushers, Exalted Bloodletters, and I thought I saw another Exalted, but I guess not. Blood Crushers, more Fleshhounds. So, big old Khorne rush. Triple gold chevron skull cannons. Again, I don't know why the triple gold chevrons are here. It feels like a bunch of just wasted money in my opinion, but okay, what do I know? Blood Reaper on his motorbike. We have also a Plague Ridden on his Palanquin. Why the Palanquin? Why actually the Palanquin? It doesn't do anything, does it? No, I don't think it adds... It doesn't add any auras or anything. The Palanquin's just a waste of money. Okay, I strongly disagree with that. And then we have Red Ogre, Prince of Slaughter. Blech. Blech. Then Kiara's build is a bunch of exalted pink horrors. There's one non-exalted pink horror, and there it is. Everything else is exalted. We also have Killmain Pain Axe, the custom lord she's been running all game. Double Mortis Engine, healing, and ridiculous melee stats. And then we have 2 Lords of Change. Just to offer a little bit of fun. Do Exalted Lords of Change? No. Okay, they just have 1 hit. Silly birds. It sucks that Tzeentch is most of my playstyle, because I don't actually like Tzeentch that much. I like Nurgle and Khorne more, like, thematically. But in-game, I just struggle to have fun using Khorne. And Nurgle's okay. They're very slow, they're very boring to play against, but there are some times I have fun as Nurgle. But I think you have fun as Nurgle just because you know he's a bad faction. In Domination mode, he's fine, obviously. But I'm talking about land battles. In land battles, you know he's a bad faction, so if you win, you just feel... You feel like you just power flexed on your opponent. But other than that, he's pretty tremendously boring. In Domination mode, he's also pretty boring. Just blob on the points. Blob harder than anyone has ever blobbed before. I think we should cast the entire battle from on this rock. It's okay, Tzeentch will change your mind. Tzeentch can't change shit. Cyrus is mad at me. Yeah, there's a bunch of good memes. Hammond's typing. Oh no, what's he typing? What have I done now? Palanquin adds 2k health and 50 armor. That's true, but it also makes you a bigger target. Footlords and heroes are infamously harder to kill. It doesn't add speed. He's not any faster, he's taller, he's easier to shoot. It doesn't give any auras, and it's expensive. It's like, I think the Palanquin's like 500 or 700 gold. So that's like an entire Chaos Warrior. Or an entire Fury. I don't know. I don't love the Palanquin. I think it's trash. I think the War Compass and the Palanquin are both pretty useless, but that's just my opinion. Skull Cannons are the most badass thing in this entire game, and it is really a shame that they suck. They're kind of terrible. Pretty much you can sum up Warhammer 3 by saying if it's cool, it sucks. It is the opposite of the rule of cool. I heard someone ding. We're maybe starting. Rotfly adds 800 health, 60 speed, and 50 weapon strength. Yeah, that seems more worth it than a Palanquin. It's also cheaper. Because money matters in multiplayer, you have a set amount of funds. For me, Tzeentch is like your haircut. You either love it or hate it. I personally love it. Alright. Alright. Also, I realized that my camera is being silly about whether I'm in darkness or in light, so we'll hope that turning on that light helps a little bit with the balancing. And as for my hair, it's unruly, and I very, very much struggle with it. I'm so tempted to shave it off every day. You have no idea. So Kiara's advancing. I like this a lot. Sometimes each players put things on the high ground, but then they can't get down to low ground for the battle, and we all know that these battles last about 4 minutes, one way or the other. So I do like all of your forces just being in the regimented rows to walk forward. Skull Cannons are getting some poke, and man, they're almost doing damage. That right there is a good artillery piece that is already about half out of ammo and hasn't done anything. They missed Pink Horror's standing still. They're triple gold chevron skull cannons, and they missed Pink Horror's standing still. Oh, they hit a little bit. They've almost done damage. This unit's trash. Never fucking take it. It is so terrible. Sorry, I forget what we're talking about. Oh yeah, don't just focus on the skull cannons. They're trash. Never take them. Oh, they kind of, one of them hit. Oh my god, skull cannons, you're so good. I love you so much. God, you're fucking terrible. Pieces of shit. You're pieces of shit. They're so expensive. Alright. Oh, Palanquin is cheaper than the Rotfly. Okay, I misremembered that. Still don't think it's very good. Blew some nice holes in the ground. Yep, sure did. Skull cannon's doing some stuff. It looks like all those units have skirmish mode on. They don't want to do that because they're never going to outrun this stuff. And they're just going to get chased down. Here they are turning and firing. They are trying to kill the Blood Reaper, killing the Bloodletters. Really like this. Definitely just pour your fire into the non-single entities, since the multi-entity models will kill you faster, and this is all about killing the pink horrors, not about disrupting them. Just kill the multi-entity models. So far, good focusing fire here from Kiara. Skull cannons haven't done anything. Looks like these blood crushers are trying to get involved, but maybe stop to fight Killmaim and some Lords of Change. I don't know how that went for them. Pink horrors are killing lots of stuff. They're focusing on the Blood Reaper. While they're getting descended upon by Fleshhounds, I think that's a little bit of a waste. You can see how little damage they do to a single entity for most of the time. They really got to focus down some stuff. So red is the Zinj team. Got it. Killmaim, I don't know where he's going to go. He's either got to kill that Nurgle guy or he's going to go fight the Skull Cannons or something, but he's got to kind of bail out some of his pink horrors. They're very blobbed up, and now they're going to have troubles shooting sideways and helping each other out. Kiara was quite ahead on the damage value balance of power, but now it is evening up rapidly as Khorne has gotten into the melee, chewing through a lot of stuff. Thank you, Adobe Creative Crowd. No, fuck off. I don't care about you right now. Maybe the Skull Cannons will get better aim up close when they can be shot down by the other units. Like, who knows? Their aim is certainly off for max rank artillery. Yeah, they're just trash. They have such low ammo, poor accuracy, low damage even when they hit, and then it's like, yeah, they're a chariot in melee combat and they get regen, but they're not very good at being a chariot in melee combat. They're expensive. They're expensive as all dirt. And dirt's expensive. Let me tell you, as someone who just did gardening today, shit's expensive. So Khorne has collapsed on the pink horrors, though we do know from other tournaments how bad Fleshhounds are at killing off blank horrors of Zinj at any point in time. It looks like some units on the far side were forgotten by Stormrunner. He does need to pull them up and around. While Fleshhounds kind of work on these Exalted Pink Horrors. Meanwhile, the other Exalted Pink Horrors are trying to get in range that they can shoot something. Skull Cannon's blocking one down. Some guys are trying to fire at it, sort of failing. And it looks like Killmaim is going to get distracted by one of his Lords of Change, collapses entirely. I would not chase Red Ulgar. You really need to focus on getting these Skull Cannons shut down so you can go back to shooting. Freeing up your shooting units is 100% more important than winning the single entity fight, but it looks like Kiara don't give a damn about that and is just going to go after Red Ulgar. And that might be the beginning of the end. These pink horrors are just now getting to shoot, but as soon as that Skull Cannon gets back on top of them, they'll get obstructed again. And with none of them shooting, it will come down to just Killmaim. I don't think he can beat all this stuff. He does have double Mortis Engine effects, so who knows? Maybe, but it seems unlikely. As pink horrors waste away. Look at them crumble. Look at them die! Oh, it's terrible. Oh, no. Whatever will they do? Not back to the realms of chaos and man. Oh, no. And they're all done. It's down to Killmaim to solo carry this game, and he might. If he can take out Red Ulgar just straight up, then he could probably actually solo carry the game. Because especially because he's taking no damage. His healing cap's very far away. Okay. Fleshhounds piling in, killing Exalted Pink Horrors, killing them. Yeah, I don't think these Exalted Pink Horrors are going to do anything anymore. It's all down to Killmaim, who is slaughtering Red Ulgar at the moment. Really hasn't taken any return damage, which is a problem. Does anybody know what that is, by the way? When the bat wings appear next to your picture, what's that about? I actually don't know. I just keep seeing it occasionally. Especially when units are at low leadership. Oh, one unit of Exalted Pink Horrors has gotten away. They're spotted. They're gonna die. Damage value balance power has evened up an awful lot as Kiara has pounded the shit out of Red Ogre from full health to, like, dead. And a quick blue fire cast is gonna go try and get him. Nice little dodge there from Stormrunner. Very nice. You'd love to see it. And Pink Horrors are taking forever to die. Forever, because for some reason dog units are just shit at killing infantry in E3. Don't know why. Quick little pink flame, killing off some Exalted Bloodletters. Yes. Exalted Bloodletters indeed. Lord of Change is going to go fight Red Ogre. He probably just has to turn and fight it. I don't think he has the stats to outrun it. Yeah, 72 to 90, it's going to catch you, bud. Just turn and fight. Ooh, he's getting a quick cast of healing. I forgot there was a Nurgle caster. He does have Fleshy Abundance. I still think you should turn and fire instead of letting this guy get a rear charge on you, and also you're just so much better in melee combat, you should probably take the fight. Tried to dodge the blue fires. It was a nice little move. I appreciated it. A lot of it still hit him, but that's okay. Skull Cannons are firing up the Lord of Change. That one hit on kind of a funny hitbox, but we'll take it. Lords of Change are so tiny that you have to kind of give them something somewhere. Skull Cannons are missing the giant kill name. Lord of Change is going to land this all-out Red Ogre to run away. He did have his buffs pop, so he wanted to fight, but I think he would rather not get anywhere near Mr. Killman. Daniel, how's it going? Good. Good. Legend of Total War rated us, and there was nothing interesting going on at the time, so most of them left, and that's pretty okay. That's pretty okay. It's too much pressure to be a good content creator. I prefer just being a trash nobody. Lord of Change is trying to get away. Quick little dive attack from Olger was canceled. And he is now trying to land, it looks like. That or he's slowly deflating. Not super sure. Alright, he's on the ground. Skull Cannons are firing. Oh, shit! Okay, they might be listening. I can't say anything. Because both players kind of like to hang around the chat. I can't say anything, but I will type it. Alright. Hopefully typing it was enough. So, Lord of Change is fighting right next to Killmaim. Killmaim is healing up while in melee combat. Also has two different Mortis Engine effects. So they're Mortis Engineing a lot of stuff down. Skull Cannons are trying to fire in, getting a little bit of damage down, and Killmaim is pushing out. Yeah, Hammond, I know. What? What do you mean? I have to talk about the game. It's not my fault they're stream sniping, but I did my best to avoid telling them how to win the game instantaneously. So I had to type it. Just saying. I'm allowed to talk about it. Two Skull Cannons? Yeah, I'm not really sold on it. Killmaim's gonna run over and, like, insta-delete this one. And now, as it is too late, mostly, Blood Crushers of Khorne are actually going to get a little bit of healing here. That could be good for their 17 models with that low of health. There's a lot of healing left to come in for them. The Lord of Change does die. Killmaim's out here fighting. I still have to keep my mouth shut. Can't announce it for anybody. But, yeah. Yep. Stream sniping might be real. I know Kiara likes to hang around the stream while she's playing, but I don't know if Stormrunner's still here. Either way. I think Kiara is one. Don't think Khorne can deal with a double Mortis Engine Killmaim with that high of stats. Wow, Skull Cannon gets off one last shot as it's crumbling down. Killmaim's going to turn around. Absolutely body some Skull Crushers. And... sorry, Blood Crushers. And we've gotten far enough now that I'm just going to say it. If Blue had captured any control point during this whole grind at the end, they actually would have just won the game. Because Kiara's two flying lords that were left, now the Lord of Change is gone. So this last flying guy, he has 0 capture rate. He can't, he physically can't capture a point. So technically army losses would never proc, ever. Like, even if all your guys died, Army Loss is never proc because you have reinforcements that just aren't allowed to be cast for this specific tournament thing. And you could just sit on that one victory point and win, and Kiara could never defeat you. I'm just saying. But then Stormrunner fought entirely off the points, so didn't get a free capture. But that would have been a funny way to win. Fecundity is getting cast on Kill Maim, trying to keep him up, and it looks like the Corn units are going to disintegrate away.
One of your units has been destroyed.
And Kill Maim will carry this out. Alright, it's 1v1 with Plague Ridden, but he can, like, 3-shot it. Boop. Ah, he missed. Is the Palaquin God going to take out Kill Maim? He misses again? Really? You have 117 melee attack. There you go. There you hit. You dumb piece of garbage. That was kind of crazy, but he hit again. So far, this Nurgle guy hasn't hit him, even though he actually has pretty good melee stats at the moment. Miasma of Pestilence brings him down to 93 melee attack, which is still plenty. And that is going to be it. Big oof. Big oof.
Has been destroyed.
If Storm had captured 1 point, would have been the big GG. I don't know why that was showing me the Lord of Change. 11,000 damage value on Kill Maim. I see. What's happening? Sorry, my brother asked me a question. I don't know why we aren't ending the game. Cyrus, that was mean. You're being mean. What the fuck? I can't end the game as a spectator, I can just quit. This is game 1 of 3, so I just have to rejoin. Don't exactly know what the players are doing right now. It's kind of annoying me. Kind of getting real pissed off. If either of you are listening, just fucking concede. We all know who won. I'm sitting here. Kiara won. We both know that. Even if Kiara concedes, I don't care what the endgame screen says. We all know, and I know who to give the point to. Just end the fucking thing. Like, Kiara. Okay. If I could end the game, I would, but if I quit, it doesn't matter. I have to go to work today. There we go. I have shit to do. Can't just sit around here. So Kiara, well, where did Storm go? I thought that was game 1. What just happened? I saw he left the game. Why did you leave the game? I'm so confused. Okay. Well, give Kiara a point while we figure out what's going on. Sorry, typing to Hammond about what we should do from now. I have a question if you'll ever do a tournament in Grimhammer since you're waiting right now. What is Grimhammer? What is that? Okay. So I remember my new ring could be disassembled in case. Okay, yeah. Alright, we're trying to locate one of our players went missing. Maybe. Maybe his PC crashed? No idea. Dude, no idea. Do I have anything else to talk about? I don't know. We are taking the next week off to stream Command & Conquer stuff, though it sounds like Warhammer is also going to have a patch. So I'll probably play some of that and see if it makes the game fun. I know Thursday? Yeah, Thursday we're continuing our Kislev co-op campaign with Mr. and Mrs. Overlord. Monday night, what do I have going on Monday night? Something. Tuesday is Warhammer 2 tournament. What the hell is Monday night? Hold on, we have something going on. Oh, the NA Tabletop Simulator session. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week next week. A lot of streams. Like, just a lot of streams. Yeah. Warhammer or otherwise. Total War or otherwise. Okay. Okay. Storm concedes he's going to give Kiara the win, and that'll be it. So Kiara is the Undivided Master today. Oh, she's a big fan of the Undivided faction, so it's not shocking she won today. Plays a lot of them. And yeah, good stuff, good stuff. The Undivided Lords can get a little silly if you farm them with all the right things, so they're pretty powerful. Thanks to Hammond for organizing the tournament today. I was just casting it. And I'm gonna go away now. I'm gonna go to work. You get out of here, rascals. Get outside and enjoy the day. At least, depending on what point in the world you are, if it's a beautiful day or not. But here in Minnesota, it's fucking great. It's a great day in Minnesota. Oh, and I just realized I normally bike to work, but I have to go work out of town, so I'll actually have to drive. And I don't want to drive today. That's shitty. All right, I'll figure that out without you people. Goodbye.